Alright guys, welcome back to the weekly Yap Sesh. It's me, it's your boy Connor, and today we're gonna go over the power rankings of every single NFL team. Alright, first off, we have the Saints. They're in booty tier, man. I'm sorry, dude. They fucking suck. Crazy style. There's not much to say about them. Next, we got the Dolphins. Dolphins have actually moved up from booty, barely into bad tier. There's some things that you like about their offense. One-Eyed Willie, aka Tua with pink eye. He got it done last week. I think we're moving him up into bad tier. Just barely, but that's where they're going to be for right now. They got a huge game on their plate. The Ravens tonight, actually. Yeah, the Ravens tonight. That's going to be a huge deciding game for both of those teams. I'm also going to put the Ravens up here in bad tier above them until they prove otherwise, until Lamar, he's coming back. We'll see how he does. Defense has still been shaky. The protection hasn't been great still, but they have found a way to win a couple games. So we'll see. Bengals, actually going to move the Bengals are still in bad tier without Joe Burrow. I just feel like if you are missing your starting quarterback, you're just going in bad tier. Joe Flacco's come in. He's brought a little bit of juice with him. They've still come out on the wrong end of a couple of games, though. Last week, oh yeah, they gave up the Jets their first win. Yeah, Bengals are in bad tier. Lost to the Jets last week. Don't have to say much more than that. Broncos are for real, dude. Broncos are going up in contenders. I don't know if I trust Bo Nix fully yet. The defense is nasty, the protection's nasty, the weapons are pretty good, but Bo Nix still kind of a question mark. You are coming off of a week where dusted the Cowboys, which you're supposed to. Their defense is awful. Almost lost to the Jets a couple weeks ago, so you're still hot off the heels of that still. That leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. Yeah, they're in contenders. They're a little bit sus to me, but I think they're a really good team and they're for real. All right, next, Giants are going in bad tier. You lost Scattaboo. You know what? I'm going to put Ravens over them. Yeah, I'm going to put the Ravens a little bit over them. Giants are going in bad tier, guys. We were excited for the exciting whites of Jackson Dart and Scattaboo. Scattaboo had a horrifying, really sad injury. That's going to take him out for the rest of the season. I just don't know if this team has any juice to do anything, to do any damage. Like, their defense is just awful. I think it's bad coaching more than anything. I think they have the right personnel, but yeah, the defense is just terrible. They gave up like a 70-yard run to Barkley, who hasn't had one all year until last week. The offense just, you lost Neighbors, you lost Scattaboo. That's your top two weapons, basically. So, yeah, it feels really bad. You're going in bad tier now. Sorry, guys. Really wanted to root for you, but I just don't see it happening this year for you guys. Vikings are up in mid-tier. They just sacrificed Carson Wentz on live television last week. Like, the guy's playing through injury. You're just out there literally killing him on live TV. You got dog walked by the Chargers. The Chargers are not the team they were at the beginning of the season. They have dropped off a little bit. So I don't know. You got dog walked by them. I think you're not that good. You're in mid tier. LA Rams, they're going up in contenders. Do they go above the Broncos? They didn't play last week. Not going to punish them for that. I think I'm going to put them above the Broncos for right now, just barely. Oh yeah, your last win was a super dominant win over the Jags, who I think are going to be a team that kind of squeaks into the playoffs. So that's a really quality win. They didn't play this week, not going to pull them down for that. They're going in contenders. Next, we got Buccaneers. They're also going in contenders. I'm gonna put LA over them. Baker hasn't been playing his best ball these last two games. He was in MVP contention with Mahomes. Kind of has fallen off now, but basically, Mike Evans is going to be out for a while. Godwin's still out. I don't know about Ibuka. I think he's been playing the last couple games, just hasn't looked amazing. Yeah, I think they're going to stay there for right now. Lions are up in contenders. They have looked dominant in their wins. They have that one loss against KC and then the one loss against Green Bay. To start the season, not going to really kill them for that. They're up in favorites still. They're a dominant team when they win. Not too much to say about them. Bears are going down in mid-tier, bro. Bears are going down in mid-tier. Oh, they lost to the Ravens with Snoop Huntley, bro. Like, backup quarterback, and they just killed you guys by 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that kind of makes me want to reevaluate the Ravens. You know what? I'm going to put them at the back end of mid-tier, and I'm going to put the Bears behind them. Yeah, I think that's better. Ravens, top of mid-tier. Bears, middle of mid-tier. I think that's correct for right now. Next, we got the Niners. Niners have moved down a little bit to wild cards. I just can't see Mac Jones and the power of friendship getting it done or just carrying them to the playoffs or through the playoffs to the Super Bowl. God, when is Purdy coming back? Seems like he's going to be out for a little bit. All right, next we got the Eagles. Eagles, I'm going to put them right behind the Lions. I feel like they're kind of getting their mojo back, starting to kill teams. AJ Brown is a locker room cancer, guys. I'm so sorry to tell you. Like, this guy just bitches after every single game. I fucking hate this guy. And I'm an Eagles hater. I'll be transparent in that. I just think the guy's like a fucking asshole. I understand wanting the ball and wanting the offense to suit your skills more and involve you more because you're such a talented player, but like you're just fucking winning every game. Like, shut up, man. You don't gotta make a problem out of nothing every single week. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I don't know about you guys, Eagles fans. Let me know. Raiders are in booty butt tier, down behind the Saints even. They're just terrible. Geno sucks. Genty can't do anything to carry the team. Their defense sucks too. Packers are going up here. At the back end of contenders, I think. They had a pretty good quality win against the Steelers. I had them down here in wild cards because I thought they were low-key playing mid as hell for a couple weeks, especially off of that Browns loss. And then who did they lose to after that? I don't remember. But you lose 2 games to teams that you should definitely beat. But now you're starting to return to form here. I'm putting them back at the back end of contenders for now. I could easily see them going up and rising if Jordan Love keeps playing well. Tucker Kraft, my glorious king, keeps playing well. But yeah, we'll see. Washington, you're down here at the back end of mid. You are kind of like the Ravens where your starting quarterback has been out just so long. You're dropping games. Your team isn't the most talented ever, but I could definitely see you rising up maybe here. Once Jaden Daniels gets back, we'll see. I don't know. All right, Cardinals, you're in booty butt tier. You're going to go at the top of booty butt tier for right now. With Brissett, they've looked pretty actually competitive with every team they've played. Oh yeah, you kept yourselves in it with the Packers, who are a really good team. Just, you're coming out on the wrong end of everything, man. Even the Titans game. That game was a joke, for sure. Steelers, you're going at the back end of wild cards. I could see you guys squeaking in. I mean, you're like basically Aaron Rodgers is supposed to save everything. Like you're going to be in the same boat you were in last year where you barely sneak into the wild card and get eliminated in the first round again. I mean, that's what I think is going to happen. You're paying your defense like half of your salary cap, more than half of your salary cap, and like they fucking suck, man. The defense is supposed to be the strength of this team. Got guys, you know their name, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Patrick Queen, Jalen Ramsey, and for what? Alex Highsmith, like, and for what, bro? Like, your defense is fucking awful. Any way you slice it, it's terrible. The production that they're giving up to opposing offenses is not what you'd expect from a top 10 defense even, or even a top 15 defense. They're definitely in the back half of the league. And for what you're paying them, that's unacceptable. So I think that's the real problem with the Steelers right now. Not really enough talent on offense. On defense, not talented enough for what you're paying them. Bills, I'm going to put the Bills at the back end of contenders. This might be a hot take. I think the Patriots are going to win that division. And here, let me put Patriots where I think they're going to go is right here. Patriots are going to be over them at contenders. Patriots have an easier schedule. They may not actually be the better team, and I could easily see this getting swapped. If I could see the Patriots, you know, like winning, having a better season record than the Bills, but the Bills actually being a better team even, but still, it's just, they're so close when they played each other. The Patriots barely squeaked it out, and they're fighting for that division, and I think the Patriots are going to win it because they have an easier schedule. That's how that's going to shake out for me. Falcons, God, dude, I feel so embarrassed, dude. Like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, I had the Falcons up here in contenders after they beat the Bills. I thought they were for real. And then they come out, they lose to Mac Jones and the Power of Friendship. And then the week before, you got dusted by the fucking Dolphins, dude. I think you're still a better team than them, but damn, you should not be losing to a team that's on such a downward spiral. I mean, I guess the Falcons are on a downward spiral too. Like Michael Penix hasn't been getting it done. They have all these weapons on offense. Defense is kind of mid or whatever. But I think that just all amalgamates into this team is bad. I'm sorry. This is the meteoric drop-off from my list here. Next, we got the Seahawks. Seahawks are legit. Seahawks, are they above the Rams? What are the standings for that division? So, Seahawks are at the top of the division. I don't know if they won the head-to-head or if they're tied with the Rams, but I kind of like them a little bit more than the Rams, and it's because I think the Seahawks have a pretty nice defense. Sam Darnold kind of like an NPC-ish quarterback who's playing pretty well. Run game's pretty good. They have a little 1-2 combo with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. You've got the best receiver in the league right now, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So you got a lot of things to be happy about, and I think this team's legit and borderline favorite here. Damn, that's crazy. The NFC is pretty strong when you think about it. Like these 5 teams are all up here in this top echelon of teams. Next, we got the Browns. They're in booty tier. I'm gonna put them at the top. They had a pretty bad loss. Who was it to? So many games. Patriots. Patriots beat them pretty handily, which they're supposed to. Good job, Patriots, on that one. But a little bit of that magic. I felt like the Browns were having a little bit of a resurgence when they switched to Dylan Gabriel, but that's over now. And now they're down here in booty tier. Texans. Texans are ascending, I feel like. Texans are kind of ascending. I said it at the beginning of the year. I think they were like 0-4 to start the year, which is crazy, or 0-3. And I was like, dude, there's no way this team is 0-3. Like, their defense is too good. Their quarterback is too good. They just can't really protect him, and they're having issues with all the weapons. I feel like this team could even squeak into wildcard tier at some point, but for right now, I'm putting them in mid-tier. They beat Mac Jones in the power of friendship. Yeah, I'm putting them right above the Bears. I still feel like the record kind of belies how how good they are, especially on defense. They're kind of like the opposite of the Cowboys. Like, here, I'm gonna just put the Cowboys. I'm gonna put the Cowboys up here. I feel like they're better than the Ravens. They're both really similar teams, and then like the Texans are the opposite of them, where the offense is really bad, the defense is really good. But we're in an offensive league, man. It's 2025. You need your offense to play well to win games in a league where rules are kind of stacked against the defense. This is how that's going to shake out. That mid-tier. Cowboys are going at the top of it, right above the Ravens. I could see the Ravens climbing above if Lamar plays really well. My Mahunky Poo and the Kansas City Chiefs are going up here at the top of favorites. People don't like it when I do this, but like they've been to the last 7 AFC championship games, been in like 5 of the last 7 Super Bowls. It's just stupid to not put them in favorites, man. Especially you see how well they're playing right now. Against the Commanders, they had a little bit of a slip in the first and middle of second quarter. Then they righted the ship and completely destroyed them for the rest of the game. They have a quality win against the Lions a couple weeks ago. They absolutely just tore apart the Raiders in a way I've never seen. You could say, oh, they only scored 31. It was 31-0. Like, they were so confident that the Raiders would do nothing that they just took everybody out in the third quarter. Like, the game, if we kept everybody in, it would have been like 60-0 or 50-0. Like, it would have been the most insane blowout of all time. Gosh, what do we have to say about the Chiefs? Mahomes playing an MVP caliber level of football. Travis Kelce, still a little bit of a question mark. Like, he's having good games. He's having bad plays. You know, Rashee Rice is back. God, that has just been everything for this team. Weirdly, Tyquan Thornton just like disappearing. They just don't use him anymore. Kind of a little bit weird to me. For example, like you got a guy like Hollywood Brown playing like almost every snap. Like, why not maybe alternate them? You know, I feel like they don't really have a guy who is like a real X receiver. Why not have Tyquan play that position? He's big, he's tall. He's not really big. He's like tall and lanky, but he's long, got good hands. Like, you can throw him a jump ball and he'll come down with it, man. Like, I don't really get what they're doing with him and what they do with the receivers sometimes. It's like we're more content, like, giving Xavier Worthy another bubble screen touch, or like even when Mahomes threw that interception against the Commanders, he's throwing like a back shoulder ball to Hollywood Brown and it gets picked. Like, dude, you're throwing a back shoulder ball to a guy who's like 5'9". Max. Like, if you throw that up to Tyquan Thornton, maybe he comes down with it. He can outmuscle a defender. He can box him out. He is just a big, long guy. He can go up high and catch a ball that the defender can. I don't know. That's my crash out on the Chiefs this week. Other than that, the defense is good. Pacheco's going to be out a few weeks. That kind of sucks for a running game that already kind of sucks. And then Mahomes is playing at MVP caliber. So I think they're favorites right now. Chargers had a little bit of a fall off, but they've kind of righted the ship. Justin Herbo's getting a little bit of his aura back after blocking the basketball. I think they're going to be a wild card team. I just feel like the Chiefs and the Broncos overall are better. Chargers fans are not going to like me saying that, especially since we lost to them in week 1. But I think this team is just a different team than it was in week 1. You lost both of your starting tackles. You lost key guys on defense. You lost Najee Harris, who's supposed to be your workhorse back. They're just not the same team that they were. Jets, booty butt tier, almost the back end of booty butt tier. I know they got a win this week over the Bengals, but the Bengals suck too. This team, finally, it took you like 8 weeks to get a win. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You fucking suck. And then I'm just going to throw the Titans behind them. Titans are a worse team. They just have no talent on their roster. Cam Ward is just being fucking murdered on live television every week. Next, we've got the Carolina Panthers. They're going to go at the top of mid-tier. Oh yeah, they got destroyed by the Bills. Like, these teams are both in different echelons. They had a couple of quality wins, like a good win against Dallas. I think this team is low-key kind of bad. I feel bad putting them up in here into wildcard tier, so I'm not going to do it. Next, we got the Colts. Colts are, I'm going to put them up here in favorites, almost at the top. I'm not going to put them over the Chiefs, and here's why. This team is untested, man. I got my boy Liam telling me every week, oh man, you got to put them at the top of favorites, man. You gotta. You're getting blowout wins, but it's like, you're playing the fucking Titans, man. You're playing the worst team in the league. I know JT looks skibbity. I know Daniel Jones looks like a completely different guy out there this year, which I actually, in the past, I've been kind of a Daniel Jones apologist when he was on the Giants. I was like, holy shit, this O-line is so bad. You have Saquon Barkley getting fucking destroyed back there. Like, how do you even use him? And the receivers aren't that great in years past, but I don't know. I felt the need to go on a little tangent there about Daniel Jones. I've been an apologist kind of for him. So I'm happy to see him succeeding on the Colts for real. But we're going to know whether it's the Colts or the Chiefs here at number 1 in like 2 weeks, I think is when they play, or maybe 3 weeks. I think the Chiefs play the Bills and then they have a bye and then they play the Colts. So they beat the Chiefs. Yeah, have the favorite spot. But until then, I'm just not going to put them up there. And then lastly, we've got the Jaguars, who I'm going to put in wild cards tier. You know, Trevor Lawrence, just can't be confident in him. They have that quality win over the Chiefs, but I think it was a little bit of a fluke. I'm not trying to take it away from them, but it's just like, you have shown not good football after that. Like, you got absolutely manhandled and destroyed by the Rams the week after. So, all right, guys, that's going to be the list for this week going into, I think it's week 9. And let me know what you guys think. I love reading comments. Tell me what you guys' opinions are. Tell me what I got too high, what I got too low. Keep it cool. Peace.